Here's a glimpse of the cover page of the original manuscript. It was written on parchment, true parchment though, so this is not actually paper but hide. We can see another glimpse of another page here. So I placed this information inside of a new sefer, which is not available yet, but we will read a few of its mysteries from within. And I'd like to also add that because of the great importance and nature of this wisdom, a QR code will be formed for the sefer to give it to everybody absolutely free. This type of information is the light of humanity, and humanity needs this light more than ever. It is how we will usher in and bring about the corrections. It is entitled TORAH Shel Melech HaMashiach, the Torah of King Messiah. We see on page 2 here the depiction of Yud-Keh, Vav-Keh in the form of a man. This will be very important for our understanding. All glory to you, Illuminable One, who declares the mighty acts of Hashem. It is written, Torah of truth, and truth to Yaakov, and until Shiloh come. For the scepter shall now pass. It is for this reason that the document called the Torah of Melech HaMashiach exists, to usher in the light of the illimitable, and tread down the impostors, all of the occult who are blind leading the blind, Kabbalists who are, as it is written, like a monkey before man, to reveal the Torah of Atzilus, which is the Torah of the Atik, and to usher in world peace. Ramchal. Adam Kadmon. This form is what the emanator, Me'atzil, blessed be he, first brought into existence, intending that through this structure, with all its statutes and measurements, he would act in creating his world. When he operates according to this order, then creation is not multiple, but one unified entity. Consider, for example, how in the form of man, the heart sends blood to all of the limbs. Similarly, one creation was brought forth, from which flows nourishment and influence to all other creations, which relate to it as limbs do the heart. We learn from this, the entire universe in all of its levels is a great man, Adam Gedal. And man is a microcosm, Olam Katan. There is nothing in the universe that is not mirrored in man. Likewise, everything has its counterpart in the universe. Vayet Hanan of the Zohar, verse 62 states, when man is about to unite the name of the Holy One, blessed be he, all the hosts of heaven stand in rows so as to be established and preach perfection by means of that meditation, to be founded by one mystery and meditation. They are all probably established by that meditation. At that time, there is a minister and officer situated under 248 worlds, all called body parts. This officer is called Halenu, and stands awaiting that unification. It is the gatherer of lilies, as it is written, to gather lilies, which are the body parts. Vayet Hanan, verse 65. The lilies are a mystery. When these body parts are connected together, so as to be all one by means of one meditation, according to the secret of the offering, the Holy One, blessed be he, is adorned with a crown of fine gold, so as to be adorned with his honor. This is the meaning of the word lilies, which are the secret of all the body parts above and below. The secret of that gold is that it is a crown that is adorned and rises from among them. There is everything in them, the lilies. Now, the secrets that we're about to discuss have never at any point been revealed. They're not to be found in any book, nor amongst any Kabbalists, but they are being made known for the first time ever here in this video. The divine wisdom, Ha-Chokmah, is the Gematria 78, and regarding this, the Holy One designed 78 organs for the supernal body. He is 5, Chet is 8, Kaf is 20, Mem is 40, He is 5, the value of which is 78. Thus, there are 78 organs in the human body in correspondence with the word ha-hokmah, the wisdom. As a supernal emanator formed in the upper world, he did so in the body. The head of the Atik was formed from the hard spark, the 231 gates, which are formed by the 22 letters, Aleph with every letter and every letter with Aleph. In Likutei, this is seen on page 209, in which we can see the three heads of the Atik, Ein, Ein Sof, and Ein Sof Or, which were the first emanations. We find that the hard spark is the secret of the 231 gates, formed by a combination of all the letters, Aleph with every letter and every letter with Aleph, etc. This hard spark was in the secret of the Simsum, or withdrawal of divine light, and it was explained to you this referred to the Chokmah of the Ancient of Days. That is because there were three primary aspects to the restriction, the Ein, Ein Sof, and Ein Sof Or. The restriction, which is the Simsum, had in its center the hard spark. This referred to Chokmah of the Ancient of Days. Chokmah is the secret of 248 spiritual bones, and is called Levin, or whiteness. Being that bones are white, regarding this, we have in our head 22 bones in our skull. The Zohar states in Cha'azinu, book 22, 3 heads were imprinted one inside the other. This is the section called the 3 heads of the Etika, that is concealed Chokmah inside the skull and one over the other, namely the unknown head above the skull. He explains one head is concealed Chokmah, which is undisclosed and unopened. This concealed Chokmah is a beginning to every other beginning of other Chokmot. Thus we find that the 3 concealed heads are the Ein, Ein Sof, and Ein Sof Or. The concealed Chokmah refers to the restriction, which is the Chokmah of the Ancient of Days. The highest level, which is the Endless itself, is the Keter of the Ancient of Days, and the hard spark, which is the secret of the 231 gates, as has been explained in many different places, is the secret of the skull. These 3 together form the head of the Atik. And so we find, just as the head of the Atik is formed by the 231 gates, which are the 22 Hebrew letters, Aleph with every letter with Aleph, etc., we find that there are exactly 22 bones in our skull, as shown here. And we can see the emanations of the head here in Likutei on page 209, gate 18, the head of the king. Now, our skull has 22 bones because it is a direct reflection of the hard spark. Just as the head of the Ancient of Days has 22 letters in the secret of the hard spark, our head was formed precisely with 22 bones. Now to continue. The letter B, or bait, in the word bones, as we can see the letter B, also refers to Chokmah, being the front of Chokmah, and this refers to the supernal whiteness as it has been explained. This is because it has been explained in Likutei that the 22 Hebrew letters are the 11 fronts and the 11 backs of the Sefirot. And so we find that Aleph is Keter, now Beit is Chokmah. And so Chokmah is a supernal whiteness. So we see the letter B in the word bones, signifying this whiteness, etc. The light of 72, 63, 45, and 52 names entered into the restriction, and they were the roots of the letters Yud K Vav K. Yod is 72, He is 63, Vav is 45, and He is 52. We can see this inside of the Simsum, or the restriction itself. Yod is identified with the 72, He with the 63, Vav with the 45, and He with the 52. The 72, 63, 45, and 52 names are mentioned all throughout the Zohar and in the Lurianic Kabbalah. Inside of Eitz Chaim Shabagan, we can see a diagram expressing the same idea. We see that the letters Yud K Vav K, which ultimately are the secret of the worlds Atzilus, Beria, Yetzir, and Asiya, which are also reflective of the Spheros, Keter, Chokmah, Bina, Vav is 6, being Chesed, Gevur, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, and He is Malchus, being in the secret of the 72, 63, 45, and 52 names, which correspond to Yud, He, Vav, and He, the root of the worlds, Atzilus by the 72, Beria by the 63, Yetzirah by the 45, and Asiya by the 52. Now, what has never been revealed or made known is what this actually refers to by the 72, 63, 45, and 52 names, and how do they relate to reality, and how can we possibly understand that, and how can we say that Yod is 72, or He is 63, or Vav is 45, or He is 52. But I will now make known this mystery for the first time ever. The light corresponding to the Yod and head level is the 72 name, as shown. And regarding this, there are 22 bones in the skull, 43 muscles in the face, and 7 organs in the head: the brain, the 2 eyes, the 2 ears, the nose, and the tongue. And collectively, they are 72 parts. 22 bones in the skull, 43 muscles in the face, the brain, 2 eyes, 2 ears, nose, and tongue, and collectively they are 72. This corresponds to the Yod of the form of the body. The next to be addressed is the He, which are 2 arms, in the secret of the 63 name. The light corresponding to the arms and the letter He of the divine name is 63. And corresponding to this are 27 bones in the hand and 34 muscles, which occur in 2 hands, and together there are 63 aspects. 27 plus 34 plus 2, or Imkalel for each hand, is 63. And so we see the secret of these 63 in the secret of the arms as it's depicted here. Now for the 45 in the letter Vav, which is the torso of the man. The light corresponding to the torso and the letter Vav of the divine name is the 45 name, and corresponding to this are 33 bones of the spine, which takes the form of the letter Vav, and the 12 pairs of ribs, collectively 33 plus 12 equals 45, and this is the torso. For there are 33 bones in the spine and 12 pairs of ribs, and this is the secret of the 45 name. And we will conclude in addressing the feet, which is the lower He, and this is the 52 name. The light corresponding to feet and the letter He of the divine name is the 52 name, and corresponding to this are 26 bones in each foot, which total 52. 26 plus 26 equals 52. Thus we've learned the secret of the 72, 63, 45, and 52 names. These names entered into the restriction. Sometimes this Simsuma restriction is called the Tehiru. The numerical value of the word Tehiru is 232. This is the value of 72, 63, 45, 52. This also hints to us the 231 gates. For 231, Imkalel plus 1 for its totality is 232, the value of these lights that entered into this place and entered into the Tehiru. With this, we've understood the highest sod of the archetypal lights of the divine man, Yud-Ke Vav-Ke, and how these divine lights are reflected inside of the human body. We've learned that the Yod, or the head, is the secret of the 72 name. These are the 22 bones of the skull, the 43 muscles of the face, and the 7 organs here: the brain, 2 eyes, 2 ears, the nose, and the tongue. We've learned how the He, which is the secret of the arms, is in the 63 name. These are the 27 bones, 34 muscles in each hand. We've learned the Vav is in the secret of the 45 name, which is the torso, and these are the 12 pairs of ribs and the 33 of the spine. And we've learned that the lower He in the 52 name is the 26 bones in each foot, which value 52. Due to the extreme depth of these mysteries, we will conclude this video here. Consider and study very carefully all of these things that have been made known to you. The purpose of the manuscript was to preserve the highest keys that were written down on these ilanot, these scrolls of the worlds. And the purpose of revealing these lights is to help uplift and see the divine in one another, so that we can finally end hatred in one another and all of the perversions that have gone on in regard to the Kabbalah, and to ground it back on the earth as it was, and to connect the higher world with the lower world in the true way as it should be, a reflection of the divine. So with that being said, that concludes this video. Shalom and Salah.